Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for May the 4th to the 10th 2020. So that's the 4th of May to the 10th of May 2020. So general reading, so it may not resonate with all, but we'll take what you will and enjoy. And yeah, let's see how the week is going to pan out for you. Now I'm just going to pick the overall theme to your week. There is to surrender to the divine. Nice. Yeah, could be doing worse things, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll come back to that and we'll talk about that while I'm putting these cards down. Now, surrendering to the divine, of course, is stepping back and just allowing things to happen and to unfold. And you know, you're an optimistic soul anyway, Sagittarius, so you know you're all on for anything anyway, so you shouldn't find it too hard with that, as long as you remember that you know that you don't have to be the driving force behind it every time, and you don't, you know, you're a very strong personality, strong sign, but you can still step back and allow things to unfold. Alright, so let's get these cards down for your week and see what direction that takes you in and what the outcome is. And just keep in mind that this is guidance. This will give you an oversight, an overview, and so that you can, you know, make some adjustments however you feel you need to, or just go with the flow and be happy with how things are moving forward. So the overall energy for your week is the World card. Now the World card here is in reverse, so you know that's still very positive in the sense that you are coming to the end of a cycle. You are really wanting to step outside of that cycle now. You know that whatever's coming to an end, you're chafing at the bit really to just go and get out of there. And it may be that you're finding that you're finding it hard to sort of move out of that. So it's like, yes, it's ended, so can we now please move on? So, you know, just hang in there, know that this is going to come for you. It's just a case of how you move through this week to see how you go about that. Now what's crossing over the World in reverse is the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, that money, that income, the abundance, the resources you've been waiting for are coming through. So, you know, if there's been a pattern of waiting and you've been wanting this to sort of everything to work out, you know, maybe you're waiting for some paperwork to be completed, somebody to make a decision, whatever it was that you've been waiting on is definitely going to pan out for you, and there will be that abundance coming through you. You can be very sure of the support that you've got there for you. Now your mindset is that you are still looking for some information and that you are wanting a little bit more. You know, maybe that's there's been some delays in some information that's been coming through, and that's held up, you know, what you've been wanting to achieve or what you've been looking for. You know, things aren't quite out in the light of day, as it were, and so this is you wanting to sort of find more information out before you can go forward. Alright, because this is the basis of your reading, because there's been some stuff hasn't worked in you felt hasn't worked in your favour, and you feel like actually you've been it's been quite brutal, and you've been hurt. You've been hurt with something that's been going on, and that's why you're happy to see the end of this cycle, because it really has just been a bit of a hard road, and that you are feeling a little bit battered, in your heart space, and really and feeling a bit stabbed in the heart, and just wondering what the heck's going on here. But this is also showing that you're actually ready to leave it behind, because you're able to really look at it and get a deeper perspective on it. Now, in the past, you had the Magician here and the Magician in reverse, and that's the one card. So this is you standing strong. This is you, bringing in all your resources and knowing that you have everything, or everything you need is there in front of you. So maybe there was some doubt from others that you were able to perform or complete something, and you knew darn well that you were actually in a good space, but you were having to try and prove yourself to others. Right, in the immediate future, so This is the Seven of Cups. And this way around is definitely much better than that way around, because this can be the card of confusion because there's a lot of things to choose from. But you are in that position now, Sagittarius, where you know what you want. So you've been able to pick what you want. You're willing to move forward and get what, and you know, with that, we had a little bit of that sort of having to wait to the end of the cycle to start the new, is that you're really wanting to get stuck into this next stage and next step of your life and of your journey. So, you know, you're just saying, well, where is it? When can I start? What can I, you know, can I hurry this up? And you're getting some messages from Spirit there is really talking to you and allowing and giving you guidance so that you can actually make some, you know, some headway on that. Now, this is you. And this is your energy, and this is the moon card again, you know, so we had a bit of moon in here with your mindset where you could, you know, things weren't quite clear enough, that you've been looking for a long time and you still feel like you haven't quite got it all there. Well, this is saying that, you know, and the moon, this is a Pisces energy as well. So, and this is showing you that you are going to be able to uncover everything that needs to be uncovered, because you are getting divine messages coming through, even from, you know, from the lunar energy. It also means with the moon that there is that pattern, that cycle. So we're back to cycles, really, you know, that, you know, you are standing there waiting for the cycle to end, but you haven't allowed yourself to become too emotionally involved or too emotionally taken over by it. So you're managing to stand out here in all your glory and sort of still bring through the light and everything, you know, strength that you have within yourself. So that's great. Okay, so how you are in this situation. So we have the Nine of Cups here. So this is the wish fulfillment card. So, you know, you have elevated yourself above whatever was holding you back, whatever was getting in the way. And so, you know, you have managed to take an elevated viewpoint. You've got the cornucopia there, which is, you know, which is the riches, which is the abundance, which is your wish coming true. So you are really, you've come above the, you know, the emotional side of it, and you're really just, you know, in your purity and sincerity and innocence, you're actually just really just waiting for that all to start taking place. Right, and here we have we've got Judgment. So with Judgment, we are looking for a balance. So we balance out the masculine and the feminine energy here. We are, and this is your hopes and fears, that you'll actually be able to, you know, that things will come to the point where they're supposed to come to, that there will be just rewards, that, you know, the judgment will be made, and it will be made in your favor. Now, it definitely will be made in your favor once you know, get this all straightened out in your head and really start to take an elevated view, you know, listen to Spirit, listen to the messages that are coming through, you know, allow yourself to learn as you're going along, and, you know, that's going to give you strength, more and more strength. Nice. Okay, so now your outcome, which is really, 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 really important, is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is really about firm foundation, that structure, that, you know, you're making a stand for yourself. You are making a base from which you can move forward from in the near future after that. So it is really just about, you know, developing that firm structure, that firm foundation, that solid ground that you've been wanting to get to. So, you know, this is really a planning stage. So, you know, even though you felt a little stuck at the beginning, what it's come to at the end is that the cycle has, you know, completed, and while you've been waiting, is that you've been putting down plans. You've been making sure that whatever takes place from now on, you're going to have so much more control of, because, you know, you are standing in your tower. You have got the world at your fingertips. You know, there's growth here. There's the duality. So that's you know, that's really brings through balance. So very, very lovely. Now we had surrender to the divine, and that seems to have been coming through for you too. And, you know, as to, you know, how you sort of look at things, what you're listening to. So with the full moon, everything has come to sort of a point where it will start to move away. So you are definitely moving into that next section of what you're meant to be doing. So the journey continues very, very well. You've really got a handle on it by the time you get to the end of the week. You know, you've done what you've needed to do. You've been listening to Spirit. You've been learning a lot about yourself. You know, you've elevated yourself outside of any emotional sort of upheaval. And you are well on your way. So let's see what this card is going to tell us. The last card of the reading. And we have Booho, transform the way you see. We have number 2. We have number 2. So, you know, you can actually make a choice how you see this, Sagittarius. You can determine whether it's what's right for you and whether you want to progress and you want to move forward. But in order for you to do that is that you know you have to put on some different eyes at some point. So you have to come out of the heartache, come out of you know, wondering when it's all going to you know, work out, and whether judgment will, you know, be in your favour, because as I said, it definitely, you know, whatever was holding you back is not going to be holding you back anymore. And so, yeah, just see that for what it is. You know, celebrate the fact that you can, you know, you can change the way that you're seen, that you have that ability, Sagittarius, because you are optimistic. You know, you do want to see the best side of life. You know, you do. You know, you're so sure in yourself too, which is really, you know, great, because you're able to not just sort of give up and go away. You're open to listening and to absorbing, and you know, I find the Sagittarians I know are really quite, you know, they're quite connected to the universe and the source and the messages that are coming through. So you shouldn't have any problems with this week at all there, Sagittarius. It should be, yeah, you should be having a great week, you know, and just really moving forward at a great pace. So you enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.